Okay, so today we're going to be having a conversation around missions and artificial intelligence, AI and missions. And we're trusting God that He's going to help us to actually explore these subjects, particularly as ministries, as individuals who are involved in missions at different levels and in different places. And so let me just start by sharing this slide, the Great Commission. So, but before we go deep, can we just say a word of prayer? I know we have prayed in the beginning. Father, we ask once again that particularly as we begin to look into this subject, that you will give us light, you will give us understanding, you will make your mind clear to us, you will make this information out to us. Let it be obvious that everyone here has heard you, and give us tools to go and propagate the gospel in Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, so yes, when Jesus gave us the Great Commission, we have memorized the Great Commission so much that most times we tend to miss some critical elements of the Great Commission. For example, Jesus said, "Go therefore, make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit, teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." There are actually three important things here in this statement that I want to highlight. First of them is the fact that Jesus said, "Go." And it's a reminder that the Great Commission is a critically important and deliberate action. It's not supposed to be something that we just do passively. He did not say, "Sit and let them come to you." He said, "Go into all the world and make disciples." Making disciples simply meant that what he wanted us to do is to go out there and duplicate a kind, to reproduce after a kind, to go out there. So he has given us one copy and go and make other copies. So there's an intentionality, and there is the fact that we're to go out there and duplicate after a kind. And he had given us the tool for making disciples. He says, "Teaching them to observe all that I have commanded you." The primary tool that Jesus Christ gave to us for propagating the gospel is actually a message, an information, something that we are supposed to use as a means for shaping culture. Understand that when he made disciples, he didn't ask us to go start a club or start something. He simply said, "Go and duplicate people." What the Great Commission involves is actually shaping culture, shaping mindset, shaping values. And the tool is, he says, "Everything I have taught you." So it's actually information that we're supposed to use. And information is actually the tool for shaping culture. There's a popular saying that whoever controls the media controls the mind. And Jesus understood this very, very well. So when he says, "Use everything I have taught you," he was simply saying, go out there, use the tool that I'm giving you, shape culture, shape people's thinking until they are cloned to become like me, until they become duplicates of me. So what he is saying is practically go out there and make disciples and make duplicates. Now, why am I spending time on this? Because we're talking about AI and missions. And AI is actually just a tool for making disciples. It's a tool for doing whatever we want to do, because technology, as we're going to see in a little bit, is just a tool for doing whatever you want to do. Okay, now, please. I understand my screen is gone, but it's coming back. Can you see my screen now? Is my screen back?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's back, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great, 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 fantastic. Okay, good. So now, what do you see on the screen? What Jesus gave us is a mission. And this mission is actually greater than the methods that we use. It's important. I'm just going to, like I said, this session is split into two. And these two sessions, I'm just going to touch on one of it, talk about missions, the other end, talk about AI, and then I hope that we're going to get hands-on. For the first half, I'll just be doing some basic teachings. And the second half, we're going to go very, very hands-on and very, very practical, if you allow me to follow that end. Now, the mission is always going to be greater than the method, because what you are doing will always be more important than how you are doing it. Now take a look at this image on your screen. What do you see?
Keke napep, boat, and an aeroplane.
Keke napep, boat, and an aeroplane. What do they all have in common?
Means of transportation.
They are
All
all
means of
means of transportation. Exactly. Thank you. Now, it's the same mission they are trying to accomplish, to move people from one place to another, move people from one location to another. But the methods are different. So whether you enter keke or you enter a canoe or you enter an aeroplane, and there are many, many more means of transportation, at the core of it, what you are doing is the same. It's a means of transportation. Now, time, distance, where you are going, the age, these are different things that determine what method you are going to use. So I live in the city of Uyo. If I'm going somewhere within the city, I'm likely going to take a keke napep or maybe even a car or something, because where I'm going, a keke napep can get there. If I want to go to a place where there are no roads, there are no bridges, and there are no other means of transportation, my options are few. If I want to go to Bonny Island, I have to take a boat or a canoe or something. But if I'm going somewhere in Asia, Europe, or America, my options are limited. I have to take a plane. So these are all things that actually change the method or affect the method. And like I said, the mission always is more important than the method. One of the greatest disruptors of our time today is technology. Technology is affecting the method of almost everything that we do. So technology has triggered change in almost every mission available on Earth. Practically everything you are doing today, technology has changed the way it is being done. The girl on the left is in school, is in a classroom. 50 years ago, this is not what the classroom looked like. A classroom was, you see children on benches in rows, but today, technology has changed the way people are learning. You can be anywhere you can learn. Transportation, I mean, you can see that today you want to go somewhere, what you're looking for is just your mobile phone. Where's my phone? I don't have data. Sometime last week, we had a national downtime of data nationwide. I have never realized how dependent our generation was on data. I arrived in Lagos on one of those days and I could not book a taxi. And I realized suddenly that we are so dependent on these methods. I was really frustrated. My two phones, Glow was not going, MTN was not going, Airtel, nothing was happening. I could not book a taxi. I had to go to those old men at the airport and they called a price that was ridiculous. I had no choice because my options for booking the taxi were gone. But many years ago, you won't think of a phone when you're thinking of a taxi. Today, banking, these are all methods. Please stay with me. I want to go somewhere quickly this evening. Now, take a look at this picture. Could these people all be on the same mission?
Yeah.
Because you see, on the left-hand side, you have Jesus and his disciples. On the middle, you have a guy on a podcast. And in the right-hand side, you have people on a virtual call. What could they be doing in common with all these different methods? Could it be that they are all trying to do the same thing? Jesus Christ taught us with words. Paul came and taught with words. But Paul realized, wait now, Jesus taught, and everything Jesus taught us, he used his words. He had to be there physically. What if I want to get the gospel to a place I can't be physically? What are my options? And so Paul thought, okay, I could write letters. But as time evolved and technology evolved, we saw the radio coming, the TV coming, internet coming, and different methods. So we see that technology has actually given us a major, major platform for the gospel. And I needed to make this foundation before I go into technology. Now, when we're talking about technology, there are three things that are important that we all remember. Number one, technology is neutral. It's neither good, it's not bad. It's not evil, it's not righteous. Technology is just blank. So when we're talking about AI today, I want you to bear this in the back of your mind. AI has no attitude of its own. AI is neutral. It's like money. Money is not good nor bad. It's who has money that determines what money does. If a bad man has money, money simply amplifies what you are doing. If a good person has money, he can do more good. The same thing with technology. It's neutral. Technology has the potential to scale and accelerate anything that we are doing. So it's an enabler. It's an accelerator. So if you're thinking of reaching more people with the gospel, we need to be thinking in terms of technology. And then importantly, it is evolving. It is not static. It's not stagnant. Because as we embrace one technology today, a time comes tomorrow and it's outdated. So even the AI we're talking about today, 10 years ago, if we're talking about technology and missions, we won't be talking about AI. But today, we have a totally different tool in our hands that we're trying to use. So these are important things to know. Technology is neutral. So drop your, if you have any bias and say, no, this is the devil's tool, I can't use it for the gospel, please repent right now and be born again, because technology is not neutral. We're saying social media, some of these platforms are bad. The day they launched all those platforms, I like to say this, they were empty. It is people who determine what all these platforms became. So TikTok is not bad. Instagram is not bad. It is what people do with it that determines how it looks. We, the church, when people took over technology, where were we? What were we doing with our time? But hopefully today, after today, we'll be able to regain those lost grounds and take over those platforms. Why is it important that we pay attention to technology? Because Jesus asked us in the Great Commission, go and shape culture, go and make disciples of all nations. But today, I can almost guarantee you that the church building or the church pulpit is not the primary discipler of people. It's not the primary shaper of culture. Today, the primary shaper of culture is mobile phones and mobile technology. People spend about 17 hours a week on their phone every week. Average, global, this is global data. People spend average of 4 to 6 hours in church a week, with 17 hours a week on their devices. Who do you think is shaping their culture more? Who do you think is shaping culture more? Social media or the pulpit? We cannot afford to ignore the places where people are. Remember the intentionality of the whole thing. Jesus says, go. So if we're going to go, we need to go to the places where people's culture are being shaped from. Social media gives us opportunity to meet even more people. As one individual human being, and your entire life, you are not likely going to meet more than 80,000 people in your entire life. Somehow, you feel that you've met many people in your life. You feel that you are very popular. But if you count all the human beings you met in your life, if you are lucky, 20,000, 30,000. The problem is that you keep meeting the same people over and over, and you think you've met many people. If you lived in one city all your life, it's very rare, very unlikely that you've met 10,000 people in your life, physically, who you have had physical contact with. I'm not talking of seeing. When you watch people in the stadium watching football, you've not met them, you only saw them. Physical contact, people you can influence. But technology allows us to be able to influence way more people. One person can have 1 million followers, 2 million followers, 5 million followers. That is exponentially more people than he or she will ever be able to meet in their entire lifetime. That is the power of technology platforms. Social media is growing rapidly, and the people we are looking for to reach, the people who need the gospel, the unreached of the world, they are more on social media. The entire world is 2.4 billion Christians. Social media alone has 4.6 billion active people. That tells you that there are more unreached on the digital platforms than we can ever reach physically. So if we're thinking of where to go to, we now know that where we must go to are social media platforms. All of these technology platforms are the places where God has called us to. Now, what is the method that we need to apply? We've seen what Jesus did. Jesus had two major forms of ministry. He had his public ministry, where he was preaching to the multitudes, speaking to the crowds, and teaching the public in general. And he also had his private ministry, where he was discipling people. He was having time with the 12 or the 70 or the 72, as some versions call it, fewer people. Today, my focus is going to be, how do we reach the multitudes? How do we reach the crowds, the numbers of people who need to hear the gospel? What do we need to do differently to be able to reach these people with the gospel? If we will fulfill the Great Commission, there are three things that we need basically. We need a message, we need an audience, and we need a platform. And when we talk about message, Jesus says, teaching them all that I have taught you. That is the message that Jesus wants the world to hear. Most times when we take technology, when we talk about technology and media, somewhere in our minds, we're thinking of how to adapt it to our existing methods, because we are very used to the method of church buildings. Now, remember this, Jesus did not say go and plant churches. He said go and make disciples. We plant churches because planting churches is one productive method of discipling people. We can gather them in one building and we can teach them the teachings of Jesus. I can't remember where Jesus says go and build churches. He said, go and make disciples. Now, we have gotten so used to a method that we think that the method is now more important than the mission, or that the method has become the mission. That's why I started by saying the mission will always be greater than the method. Making disciples is always going to be more important than planting churches. Because when planting churches is no longer a viable way of making disciples, we must think of new methods of making disciples. So when we need a message, it is the teachings of Jesus, not church flyer. Sharing your church flyer on social media is publicity for your church. It is not making disciples, because people don't become disciples by reading church flyer. Yes, they may come to the program and hear the gospel and become disciples. So I'm not discrediting it. But we're asking today, the question we're asking is, how do we make disciples of people who may never step into our church building? What if they never have a chance to enter your building? Does it mean that they will never hear the gospel? If all we use media for is to get them to church for programs, does it mean that they don't have a chance of getting saved, of getting discipled? We need to think beyond the method of bringing them into the building. Second thing is, we need an audience. And the audience are, who is going to hear the message? Who are we trying to reach? And the audience has been determined for us. Jesus says, go into all the world, make disciples of all nations. So our audience is every human being on the planet. So we have a message, the teachings of Jesus, we have an audience, everybody needs to hear it. And then we need platforms. A platform is a place from where you get seen and you get heard, like a podium in our churches. These are three important things that we need. And remember, platforms are neutral. A podium can be used to preach the gospel, can be used to do a Luther mobilization, can be used for political rally. Platforms are neutral. It is what you do on the platform that matters. So the pulpit is not the place it's not the only place the gospel can come from. The gospel can come from anywhere. Any platforms that gives you visibility and audience is a place from which the gospel can be propagated. When we talk about the message, let me dive into the message a little bit. I've talked briefly about this, but understand that what we're trying to do is, how do we make Jesus seen? How do we make Jesus heard? And how do we make his teachings known to a people who are not looking for him? All our years of ministry, we have made ministry to be such that we keep Jesus in a place and tell people, if you need him, come and find him. That has been one of the predominant methods we have used. So we create gospel content and put them on our website and say, come to our website and see our church sermons. So you have a website, all your messages are there. Whoever needs it can come and download it. We are thinking beyond that point now. You have a church building. Whoever needs to hear God's word should come to the building. We are thinking beyond that point now. The world is doing everything to shut God out of the world. There are people who are intentionally trying to ensure that they don't hear the name of Jesus. Have you noticed, if you watch DSTV, that DSTV now mutes God out of all of the movies? It's like their AI, once somebody mentions the name of God, you hear a beep. It's like the mention of God and Jesus offends people. People are not looking for him. And yet he says, go into them, go to their spaces and tell them about me. How do we ensure that people, whether they like it or not, when they go on TikTok and Instagram, they must see Jesus? When they are scrolling through reels, just want to relax, they must hear his teachings. They must know about him. That is the level we are talking about right now. Not how to bring them, but how do we enter their space? If I sing now, if I start singing, if I say lonely at the top, I mean, you know the song I'm talking about. And it's very likely like many of you have never gone to play Ashake by yourself on YouTube, but somehow you know his songs. You know, I mean, at some point you talk about lo, 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 lo. I mean, all of those songs. These are songs that you don't play those songs by yourself, but somehow they've invaded your space, they've entered your mind. So you open your Instagram or you open your WhatsApp status, and you're checking people's status, you will hear Chris Daniel, you will hear Ashake, you will hear Davido, you will hear Wizkid. Whether you like it or not, you must hear these people. What did they do? They have brought themselves into your space. You are not looking for them, but they bring themselves to your space. We are saying, how do we take Jesus into the spaces of people who are not looking for him? That is the conversation we are having tonight, guys. How do we take Jesus to people who are not looking for him? So we have the message. We know where the audience are. The audience are all the world. But I must ask you now, this audience, where are they hiding? Where are they sitting? Because if you will choose a platform, you must define who your audience is. Your audience determines your platform. So we have these platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and there's a reason why these places are called platforms. Have you heard the word social media platform? So people ask you, what social media platform are you on? Remember, a platform is simply a place from where you get seen and where you get heard. So by saying social media platform, it simply tells you that those places are actually places for visibility. So influencers go there, footballers go there, artists go there. There's a reason why everybody is crazy about social media, because it's a place to get seen and heard from. But the first question you should answer is, who are you trying to reach? That will determine what platform. Because if I go into a school classroom and I mount the podium, everybody I'll reach are students. If I go to the national stadium, there's a kind of people I'm going to reach. If I go to a university platform, there's a kind of people I'm going to reach. Who is your audience? That will determine the platform. And understand that the demographics of these platforms are changing from generation to generation. Many years ago, Facebook was the most popular platform. Young people were on Facebook. Look at the chart here. In 2014, 2015, the place that had the most number of young people was Facebook. But today, Facebook has really declined. If you're looking for young people today, you're wasting your time on Facebook. They are not there. Their parents who are there. If you're trying to reach people in their late 30s, early 40s, and 50s, go to Facebook. If you're looking for teenagers, Gen Zs, and the Generation Alpha, please leave Facebook. They are on YouTube, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on Snapchat. That's where they are. So understanding platforms is an important and integral part of being able to strategically share the gospel. Because these platforms determine who you see and who hears you. And so you need to take time to study platforms and know exactly where should you be. If you're reaching multi-generations, multi-demographics, then you need to be on multiple platforms simultaneously so you can reach, because each platform reaches a different audience. And there's a reason why these platforms are called media. There's a reason why they call them social media, because there's something about media. They are platforms, but the platforms are tailored after a particular pattern, media pattern. And so we're having this masterclass, media and missions masterclass, because we're talking about media. How do we reach people on these platforms? Now, when talking about media, all media comes in three formats. Every media falls into one of three categories. Either visual media, something you can see and not hear. So text is visual, graphics are visual, images are visual. You can see them, but you can't hear them. We have audio media, things you can hear, but you can't see. Radio is audio, podcasts are audio, music that you listen to are audio. And then you have audio visuals, things you can both see and you can hear. And I try to emphasize, I like to tell people, we should emphasize audio visuals so we can block all things that people can see and they can hear. So we should focus on creating audio visuals, because the blind cannot see it, but they can hear it. The deaf cannot hear it, but they can see it. So when you make audio visual, you can reach both those with eyes and those with disability. Both the blind and the deaf, you can reach them at once, because they can both see and they can both hear. But of course, different scenarios requires different media. Something you must know before we start talking about media, because what we are trying to do in this scenario now is how do we take the teachings of Jesus and put them in media platforms and put them in the platforms where the world can see them. That's this conversation. And don't worry, I'm going to come to AI very soon. I'm going to get very hands-on and practical when we start talking about AI. But I'm just laying a foundation before we go into AI. We're talking about media, visual, audio, audiovisual. What are we trying to convert into media? It is the gospel. And three things you must remember about the gospel. The gospel is the carrier of God's power. The gospel is God's power unto salvation. People cannot get saved without the gospel. Whenever God wants to save people, what he does is he sends them the gospel. So the gospel is God's power. It's the carrier of God's power. And this gospel, what is the gospel? The gospel is content. Jesus taught, the disciples heard. Jesus said, everything you have heard me teach others. They taught it, others heard. They told them, teach others. Paul says, these things you have heard of me, transfer them to others. Who can transfer them to others? It is content. Every time we are preaching, we are simply transferring content. Right now, what I'm doing is I'm transferring content. There's information I have that I'm transferring to those who know, those who want to know more. I mean, so it's basically content. The gospel is content. And the medium of the gospel does not reduce the potency of the gospel. The gospel is not more powerful when you speak it in live and physically. So that I preach right now does not make the gospel more powerful than if I record it in audio or in video. Have you seen moments where we have conferences that are totally televised? We have entire conferences where they finish the conference, put it in video, bring it to us, and we watch it. And the same way God moved when the person was preaching, the same way God moves when we are playing the video. So is God in the video? Is God in the cassette? Is God in the DVD? No. The gospel is in the content. So the power is in the content. Understand this. And content can take media. It can go into audio, it can go into visual, and can go into audiovisual. And transferring the gospel into media content does not reduce the power of the gospel. The gospel is God's power. It is God's carrier. It is. So Jesus preached. He just told the disciples, greater things than I have done, you will do. The things that they said, Jesus honored them. The things that other people said, we are preaching the same gospel. So the challenge before us right now is, how do we bring the message Jesus to an audience who can only be reached on digital platforms? Because when we have this conversation now, it looks like this is going to be a challenge for us. How do we take the teachings of Jesus, put them to an audience that can only be reached on media platforms. What it means is that we must take the gospel and convert it to media and digital content. Let me put it simply. We need to take the gospel and convert it to audio, visuals, and audiovisuals so that they can go on these platforms and we can put them in the spaces of people. Remember, if we are the ones that must preach the gospel physically, your entire life, you cannot reach 80,000 people. So what are your chances of discipling 1 million people? Zero. You are not likely going to disciple 1 million people if you do not use media and technology. Facts. Just accept that fact, because you are not, unless you are a super celebrity, you will not meet with 1 million people in your entire life physically that you can influence directly. But with media, an enabler and an accelerator, you have the chance to reach more people that you may never be able to reach physically. And so when it comes to creating gospel content, and I like to say this a lot, there are basic best practices. And if you've listened to me, I usually try to repeat this in almost every media session I give. Best practices for creating digital content. Number one, we need to keep it short. Guys, the platforms that we are talking about, these platforms are not optimized for long content. Why is it so? Because the people who are on these platforms, the platforms have so shaped our culture, the attention span of people online right now is, let me ask that question. So if I should ask you, how long do you think it takes to get distracted? The average attention span of people online.
8 seconds.
Type it in the comments.
8 seconds.
You say what?
8 seconds.
What is 8 seconds? Yes, okay. Someone says 8 seconds attention span. Any other view? How long do you think it takes to lose people's attention online? As in, if you're talking and you give them a slack for XYZ number of time, you have lost them. Okay, let me see what's coming in the comments. Someone says, I like that. 1 minute. Can you drop? What do you think? What do you think is
10
average?
seconds.
Sorry?
10 seconds.
10 seconds. So we have 8 seconds, we have 60 seconds, we have 10 seconds. Okay, I'm liking that. 60 seconds. Okay, I love that. I love that. Can I shock you? 30 seconds. All of us are wrong. 1 minute. You guys are going too far. The average attention span online today is 3 seconds. 3. 1, 2, 3. What that means is that if you don't have people's attention in 3 seconds, you don't have it. 3 seconds is the attention span for people online for video content. Now, if you watch YouTube, you know that most times when you're using YouTube, you're using the free YouTube, which most of us use. YouTube gives you adverts. So when you want to watch your video, they bring an ad. And when the ad has played for about 5 seconds, then a button comes that says skip ad. How many of you know what I'm talking about? Now, that skip ad button comes after about 5 seconds. But have you realized how sometimes that 5 seconds used to feel very long? You want to play a video and advert is showing, you're like, come on, this thing should come. That's 5 seconds. And you're really thinking, this thing is taking so long. 5 seconds is feeling like forever because you are waiting for skip ad. That is to tell you how long 5 seconds is when you are online. 3 seconds, if you don't have people's attention online, 3 seconds, you have lost it. So what does that mean? That gospel content you are putting, you preach a sermon that is 50 minutes, 60 minutes, 40 minutes. Can I shock you? People don't watch it because they hardly have 40 seconds to 40 minutes to spend online. So yes, you are preaching the gospel, deep revelations, everlasting gospel, true, valid word of Christ. Go and check it after putting on YouTube. After 8 months, 50 views, 30 views, 25 views. Why? It's too long. So what do we need to do? That's your 40-minute sermon. We need to convert them into short format. And our comedians and content creators know this. What is the average length of a skit online? Whether it is Mr. Macaroni, it is Brain Jota or Sabinus. Go and check it. 60 seconds, 90 seconds, they are done with the joke. Why? From second 1, they go straight to the point. So when we are putting gospel content online, let's optimize for time. Short. You are doing a live video. Don't come online and you are like, hello, everyone. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Welcome to my channel. 10 seconds, you are still greeting people. Can I shock you? They have scrolled away. Because 10 seconds, you have lost them. If you don't get their attention in 3 seconds. So when you are doing video for the internet, all that greeting, nobody needs your greeting, please. You start talking, let your name come out in subtitle. Let your name come out in writing. So from seconds 1, hello, welcome. Today I want to talk to you. Go straight to the point. That's how to optimize for social media. Keep it short. Straight to the point. Your entire content, 60 minutes, you can put a complete message in 60 minutes. Second, keep it simple. So we want to say too many things in one video. No, you don't have to say too many things. One video, one message. Straight to the point. The next video, you have 5 messages, no problem. Make 5 different videos. You want to make a video on prayer, just open that video and talk about prayer. You want to make a video on giving, open that video and talk about giving. You want to make a video on forgiveness, straight to the point. You want to make a video on righteousness, straight to the point. Don't join all the messages in one video. You will distract people. It has to be simple. How many comedians put 5 jokes in one skit? Just straight to the point. What is the message of this video? And then number 3, make it captivating. Remember, people's attention span is low. You can have it in 3 seconds. If you can't sustain the attention span, if you have a 3-second slack when there's no captivating elements in your video, you have lost them. They just get bored and they move away. That's why sometimes you see that if you analyze your views, if you have a long video on YouTube and you see that you have 200 views, go deeper and analyze your views. You realize that most of the views, they watch the first few minutes or maybe first few seconds. You got to a point and you slacked and you lost them. So what you need to do is, even if you preach a good sermon, before you put it online, let somebody work on it. And I'm going to share with you tools for doing that. And that's where AI comes in today. We're going to share with you tools for doing that. So keep it short, keep it simple, make it captivating. How do you make it captivating? Color, lighting, subtitle, effects. Research has shown that adding subtitle to your video increases engagement and retention by up to 80%. So you do a video and it's only you talking, or you do a video with both talking and subtitle, the one with subtitle will have 80% more engagement than the other one, up to 80%. That is the power of just adding subtitle. Because sometimes somebody's in a place, he can't increase the volume, but with subtitle, they can still watch your video even without volume, because they are seeing everything you are saying. So you can, that's why I talk about audiovisual, what they can both see and hear. And ultimately, you've done this gospel content, the teachings of Jesus, make it short, make it simple, make it captivating. Guys, let us share it, because many of us, what is holding us back is that we are waiting for perfection. We want to create content that looks like this content that the skip makers are making. I say, no, it's not perfect. Once you do it, share it. Number 1 will not be perfect. Number 2 will not be perfect. Number 3, but the more you keep doing it, the more you get to perfection. And as it is, as imperfect as it is, that may be the message that has something that somebody needs to hear. We need to put God's message, this content online. Look at the quality of content Disney is making. Look at the quality of content Pixar is making. They are discipling our children. Our children are hooked on cartoons. Why? Because cartoons are captivating. They're able to put the sound effect, the color effect, all those things. Those are the things we need to learn how to do. So now I have created the problem. Now we know that we have the gospel. We know the platforms. We know what content to make it into. But how do we make it? What tools do we need? What skills do we need? Now here problem begin. Now here wahala dey, because you're asking yourself, these things sound nice. I'm seeing comments. Oh wow, I'm blessed. I'm learning. Now we know the what, but the what is the easiest part. How? Now in the wahala. So how do we do these things? And I always say this: God has given our generation an amazing gift called artificial intelligence. AI is one of the best gifts that God has given us. You don't need special powers to do extraordinary things today because of AI. With artificial intelligence, you can, as ordinary as me and you are on this call, everybody on this call, by tonight, you can actually start making amazing gospel content and start sharing and flooding the spaces. We can go to all the platforms and start bombarding them with the teachings of Jesus in captivating format, in amazing format, in fantastic format after tonight. So look at it this way. Think of AI as having super smart employees who have multiple competencies. They are just waiting for you to tell them what to do. Many of us have probably known about ChatGPT, which is one of the most popular AI today. You can just ask it the question to give you answers. But we have many more tools today that we can use. And now I'm going to go into part 2 of this session. I'm going to go very hands-on, very practical, and we're going to start looking at what are the tools that we need to use or that we can use starting tonight to make these things. And I like to make this joke. Like I said, you don't need superpowers. You don't need, what are the superpowers that are trending in Nigeria now? We have Le Fare, we have Santos Sanatorium. You don't need those powers. The power you need is already available to you. You don't need a Bido Shaker. You don't need all of the major powers. Simple powers. All you need to do is you have a browser, you have a laptop, you can go online. Let's go. It's time to go into part 2 now. AI tools for audio visual creation. with and video editing that requires almost zero skill. So you want to go out there right now and start making fantastic videos and you don't know what to do. Now it's time. I'm going to give you 3 websites. Look at them on your screen. Number 1, video.ai. What does video.ai do? Video.ai simply does what? It helps you make short clips from long videos instantly. This is what it does. You have preached a good sermon. This sermon is 30 minutes and you put it online. It's on YouTube. Simply take, or you have the sermon and you have the video, 30 minutes video. Simply take that 30-minute video, take it to video.ai, paste it there or upload it there. What the AI does is that the AI will watch the video, analyze it, and look for the parts that make sense and clip them for you. Now, there are a few names I'm going to call. And if I call these names, almost everybody here will agree with me that you have watched their videos online. How many of you have seen Apostle Joshua Selman's videos online? On YouTube or Instagram?
I have.
Short video. You have. Good.
I have.
How long did you do?
I have.
You watch his 2 hours videos. Were these 2 hours videos you saw? Or the short ones?
Short ones.
The short ones. Good. How many of you have seen Apostle Femi Lazarus's video online?
I have seen.
All of us, almost all of us are, except you're not on social media, there's no way you're on social media, you won't see these guys. You didn't go looking for them, they came to you. Somehow, as you are scrolling through your reels, you will see them. I want to say short videos, mostly 1 minute, 30 seconds, maximum 90 minutes. Now, what video.ai does is, it allows you, that message you preached on Sunday as pastor, simply take it and bring it here, and this guy will clip it for you into short format that makes sense by itself. It will do the clips for you, and it will create the subtitle for you. In fact, let me not speak too much English. Let me share my screen that actually, so I can show you these things in practical sense. This is not English speaking time. This is now, we have entered part 2. It's time to do practical. Okay, so I'm going to share my regular screen now. Okay. Good. Okay, so all right, so let me open the main website. So this is video.ai. This is video.ai on my laptop. So when you go and type in, now the video is vidyo.ai. Simply open the website and you sign up. It's free to sign up. Once you sign up, what you can do is, this is what your dashboard looks like. When you come in, you have 75 free minutes every month. So you can actually take a 75-minute clip and make it into short clips every month on the free account. You don't need to pay. You only need to pay when you need to process more than 75 minutes a month. Now, I know what Nigerians do. What some Nigerians actually go and create multiple accounts with different emails so that they have 75 minutes here, 75 minutes here, 75 minutes here. I did not tell you. I'm not encouraging you. I am only saying what some people do, but I'm not saying go and do it. Okay. Disclaimer. Now, what it does is, so I have a new project. I simply come here and click on new project. See what it does. If I want to upload a video from my laptop, I simply browse and upload the video. If I have a video on YouTube, simply copy the link of that video on YouTube, paste it here and say import. It will bring that video into your platform. Now, I had a video on YouTube that was 10 minutes and I brought it in here, and see what it has done for me. It has turned that video into 6 short clips. See what it has done. 6 short clips, the power of personal growth, the power of personal change, the growth paradox. I mean, I didn't do any work. See what it did for me. It did everything and added the subtitle by itself. I have not added one single skill here. Look at what it does.
But the money I paid to take the program that qualified me to enter that alumni body, you don't want to hear. That is the growth paradox.
Now,
suddenly now you are thinking,
this is a video. I did this teaching, just recorded it, put on YouTube. This subtitle, I didn't put subtitle. The AI put it for me. Now, if I want to download this video, I simply tell it what format I want. Landscape, square. So if you want for TikTok, these are the TikTok versions. It gives you, and it's changing it for me to TikTok version. So this is now.
But the money I paid.
See, change the subtitle format by itself. These are different videos. This is 37 seconds. All of this, no human interaction, no skill. I just simply copied the long video and brought it here by itself, and it has done all of that for me.
When you grow, everything you touch turns to gold.
So depending on the format you want, all I now need to do is, okay, if I want it for Instagram or LinkedIn, I simply change the format. If I want it for Spotify or YouTube, I simply change the format. If I want it for portrait like this, yes, I simply change the format. And once I'm done, I simply just tell it to download, and instantly, here's the download button. Once I do this now, if, for example, you create this and you don't like the subtitle, you feel, okay, this subtitle is not showing you, maybe there's a mistake in the subtitle, the AI did not hear your voice. You see this edit button, simply click on the edit button, and I can now, it's now going to take me to a place where I can actually see the subtitle and I can correct something that I do not like. So if there's a part of the video, or I don't like the colors, I don't like anything, I can actually go and touch it. But most times, you can just take this in and you will bring it out without any extra effort. So these are, okay, these are my subtitles. So it's actually showing me where the subtitles, it's a free platform. So this is it, yeah. When you grow, so this is it. When you grow, everything you touch. So it's touch, I wanted to say, but it shows touch. So I can just simply come here and say TOUCH. No superpower, no special skill. And I can play my video.
Everything you touch turns to gold. You're saying, but this thing is not working. The reason why that thing is small is you. Because you are small, so everything you touch is staying at your level. When you change your own level, everything you touch follows you. Change.
Now, so this is me. I can now go out. This is a video, 37 seconds, and I can put it online and it can go viral. In fact, let me tell you something. There's a video I did. I did an interview on YouTube, on a TV station. Look at the interview. This is the main video, 36 minutes. Can you see how many views did this video have in 8 months? Who can see?
62 views.
62 views. But I took this particular video and I brought it to my AI, to video.ai. So let me go back to my dashboard. Yep. Let me go to view all projects. I took that same video, I brought it here, and I did some editing on it, and then I took it out in small clips. So the small clips that I made, I simply put them on Instagram, and one of those views, this particular video, this is the same, you can see that it's the same video, this same one, but I simply took it out and brought it here. See what it did. Put the subtitle. This video alone had over 400,000 views. Look at 16,000 likes. The mother video, main one, full, has all the content. It doesn't have 100 views. But the short clip I did, 400,000 views. This video alone. It's on my Instagram. So if you go there, you will see it. Other ones I did. Wow. So where is it? This is it. Yeah, 419,000 views. See it, 419K. This one, 127K, another one. So simply taking your long video and making them into shorter, you can reach way more people than leaving your content full. So I would say, wow, keep it short, keep it simple. We're simply telling you how you can reach way more people. And all of that, I did not go to video editing school. I simply brought the video to an AI, and an AI did the work for me. Straightforward.
This is amazing.
I start using tonight. You don't need any commissioning. You don't need, it's free to sign up. It is free to use. So you have been preaching, you have been recording long videos. Tonight, take them to video.ai and you can imagine. I mean, so look at, I just take long interviews, 15 minutes, and I can get 9 clips from 15 minutes. It's a 12-minute video. I have 6 clips from it. And each of those clips, short, and they all make sense. That's just one of the tools, video.ai. I shared 3 of them with you. The second one is opus.pro. Opus.pro. This is what opus.pro does. So opus.pro takes one long video, and actually what it does is the AI analyzes the video for you and looks for the part of the video that has the potential to go viral. So you said a lot of things in 20 minutes. Which part has the potential to go viral? So what I have done is this. I have this sermon. So this is the message I preached. 32 minutes. Look at the long video. 32 minutes. How many views? 85 views. The thing is not moving. But what I simply do is I take it to opus.pro, and when I imported it, I did it shortly before the class, so because it was going to take about 15 minutes, I didn't want to now do it while we're here. See what it has done. It has analyzed that video and has told me 4 short clips that have the potential to go viral. Look at one of them. It says, the power of spiritual connection, unlocking God's message. And it tells me why this video can go viral. 99 over 100 viral potential. This video begins with a compelling example of Pharaoh's dream and the importance of understanding spiritual messages to solve practical problems. To further improve the hook, it could use more engaging language and imagery to capture the audience attention from start. This is a video I made. It has put subtitle by itself. All I need to do is tap this button here and download. Shikena. This one has 97 viral potential. Solving national problems. Your assignment to make a difference. This video begins with a provocative statement about individuals not facing their problems and the impact it has on society. To enhance this hook, it has analyzed that video and tell me that video, there are 4 clips in that video that can go viral. Look at this one, 38 seconds, 55 seconds, 1 minute, 57 seconds, 2 minutes, 6 seconds. None of them is up to 3 minutes. The main video is 32 minutes, but the parts that can go viral are short. I don't do anything, no. I simply copied the YouTube link, brought it here, paste the YouTube link and say get free clips. That is all. Also, a totally free platform for creating audio-visual content. And I shared the third one. The third one I shared is submagic.co. What submagic.co does is it actually takes your videos and actually creates subtitles for you for them in seconds. So you shoot a regular video, Submagic simply upload the video, it will create subtitle, create effects for you, and instantly, within seconds, you have a video that looks like a professional video editor has used it. Now, people who are video editors in the house, you might be thinking that, AI has come to spoil market for us. You know, they keep saying that AI will take people's jobs. And I say, no, AI will not take your job. Somebody using AI is the one that will take your job. So if you are a video editor in the house and you're not using AI, you are wasting energy. What it will take you 40 minutes to do, there are tools that can do them in 10 minutes, and you can actually move on. Those are tools for making video. But we have other things, tools for visual designs, for audio creation, for video generation. So for visual designs, Canva, the entire slides I'm sharing with you today were done on Canva. So if you're still thinking of PowerPoint is well, let me not discredit somebody's product, but I think that there are better tools. So Canva uses the power of AI, and I can make my slides super fast, super easy, super captivating, and I can go. I have a full masterclass on Canva. I think it was a 3-day masterclass I did. I've put the first video on my YouTube for free. I'm going to put the next 2 videos so that the entire masterclass is actually free. If you find my YouTube channel, just David Ogunshola, youtube.com/David Ogunshola, you're going to find the Canva. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just upload. I'm going to put the first video, and when you go there, you can find the other videos. I'm going to put the other videos. So please, Bro Taiwo, remind me after tonight that I promise to upload the remaining 2 videos of the Canva masterclass to my YouTube. Let me see if I can. Maybe I'll just copy the link to the first one and put it out there so that at least, this is it. So this is like I just posted it sometime, I think a few weeks ago. It used to be a paid course, but I've converted into a free course. Just wanted to make it open for the public. Yeah. So that's it. So I'm going to post the link in the comment section. So you are thinking of how to use Canva or how to start using Canva for your designs. You have a tool that can actually enable you to know how to use that. That is fine. I'm going to move beyond Canva now. Now we have other tools. How to create audio. Play.ht. Let me just take one of these. So Play.ht is an audio creation AI tool. Let me open the site for you so you get to see what it does. Where's Play.ht? So this is Play.ht. So what these does? Generate AI voices indistinguishable from humans. The era of voiceover is going. Before now, to do voiceover, you have to go to studio, hire a voiceover artist, give them content, they do voiceover for you. That era is gone. Right now, I can actually make audio content right now. I can go to ChatGPT and I can ask ChatGPT, okay, I just shortly before coming to this class, I did something. I want to send, well, let me ask another one. A friend of mine just had a major financial disaster. I want to send a message to encourage them not to give up, but to remain strong and have faith in God. Help me create a compelling message for my friend. Okay? What just happened? I think I just hung. Oh, the browser has hung. Okay. What just happened? Okay, let me open it on another page, or let me just refresh. Cross. Okay, let me refresh the page. I actually want to generate content, and what I want to do is to now convert it to audio content instantly. So I take this content and I say, okay, good. I ask the AI to create it for me into content. I hope that there's not a problem with that. Seems like my browser is having an issue here. But what you just do is, when you come to this, it's also free to sign up. This is what it looks like. So this is what the, when I, okay, let me open a blank page here. So I go to dashboard. When I say go to dashboard, this is what the play.ht dashboard looks like. So I simply say create audio. If I say create audio here, to ask me standard or ultra realistic. I want ultra realistic voices that sound like me. Meanwhile, this platform has the ability to clone my voice. So if I'm using the pro version or the paid version, I can record my voice, and this tool will learn my voice. And okay, this is it, voice cloning. When I type or paste content, it will actually give me the content in my own voice, as if I am the one who recorded it. So you actually don't have to even record, go to the studio to create messages and record your own voice. Okay. I think there's a problem with this, my ChatGPT tonight. So let me do something. Let me take this same content, paste it here, and turn it to audio. So generate speech. I just say generate speech. And here it is, generating audio for me instantly. Okay, so.
A friend of mine just had a major financial disaster. I want to send a message to encourage them not to give, but to remain strong and have faith in God. Help me create a compelling message for my friend.
Now, this is an entire audio I just created. No studio, no. And someone is saying, does it work only in English? The good part of this thing is that you can convert it to multiple languages. So I can put this text here and actually ask you to convert to language. See it, non-English voices. I can change to, there are hundreds of languages here. I can create this same thing in Spanish, in Arabic, in French, in some even local languages are actually available there. So you can go, this thing is just out there. So voice cloning allows me, so create a new clone. This is me, if I want to create a new clone. So instant, only 30 seconds of your voice needed. So if I do this, I can actually upload my voice, male or female, and it will learn my voice. And the next audio I create, you will think I'm the one who said it. So that is why with AI today, don't believe everything you see. You can hear somebody's voice. AI can clone people's voice. Just record his voice, go and train AI. AI will know the voice and will actually come and create voices. So play.ht, morph.ai is also another tool that does same thing. So morph, M-U-R-F.ai, similar tool for creating voices. So AI voices, you do voiceovers, you can create a full sermon on audio without going to the studio, without owning the microphone. So our excuses have expired. That excuse that we don't have money, want to buy gadgets, we don't have camera. No excuse anymore. God has, that's why I say one of the best gifts God has given our generation is the tool called artificial intelligence. This is morph.ai. It says go from text to speech with a versatile AI voice generator. AI enabled real people's voices, and you can convert it to you can do multiple things. There are many voices you see in the world today online. You think it's human beings, there is no human being. All of those things are actually powered by artificial intelligence. And then there's for generating video, synthesia.io. So let me show you Synthesia. Okay, I think I have Synthesia open. Where is it? Synthesia.io. Synthesia.io. What it does is just the way Opus Pro, I say Opus Pro, the way morph.ht and play.ht, morph.ai and play.ht convert audio to text to audio. This guy converts text to video. So all you just do is type your text, and it will create a face of somebody reading it for you. And you can choose the kind of face you want. You want a black man, a black woman, in fact, you can clone your face. So you can upload your own picture and it will clone your face and to create video of you reading a message you typed out. Yet there's no camera involved. So you can create a full online course without one camera. Look at this. Full online course. Just type your content, choose an avatar, choose a voice, and you will be amazed what you can create. Somebody is saying, are they all free or they have premium versions? They are freemium. So each of them has a limit of what free can give you. And then if you want to get more, like I told you, the other ones, video.ai, it's 75 minutes free. Opus Pro is 1 hour, 30 minutes, 90 minutes free. So you can actually analyze 90 minutes of free content every month. After the end of the month, it resets to 0 and starts counting again. What some people do, like I said, I didn't say go and do, but what some people do is that they use different emails to create different accounts. So if you have 3 emails, you can actually have 90 minutes in 3 places. But I didn't tell you to do it. So yes, visual design, audio creation, and then my time is running out. I need to round off so I can take questions. Next thing is tools for sharing. So we talked about multiple platforms. In fact, there's actually one platform I wanted to share. I don't think if I remember that one. It's called InVideo, invideo.io. InVideo. Let me see if I can just show you that one. So InVideo is like invideo.io. Yes. It's like ChatGPT for videos. What it does is that it allows you to create a prompt and it will create scripts, voiceover, video, scenes. It will generate a complete movie for you. See, create videos with text prompts. Enter any topic and InVideo AI gets to work. It generates a script, creates scenes, adds voiceovers, tweaks the video at your command. With InVideo as your co-pilot, engaging your audience is effortlessly simple. So the way you do ChatGPT and tell it, this is what I want you to create for me, InVideo will just go right there and tell it the story you want. I want a story of a child who was traveling to a village and saw somebody who had this and this happened. Or just tell it, I want you to create a video for me on the power of forgiveness. Use children who are living in Nigeria. Use Nigerian names. Tell it what to do. It will create the script, get videos on the internet, create voiceover, do video. You will just see a complete video and you have a movie to share. All of these are web-based, sir. Everything I'm showing you is online. InVideo.ai. Just open your browser now, type the address, and you have those tools at your fingertip. No need to download anything to your computer. Everything is web-based. So as you change laptop, the tools go with you. And you just simply create an account with your email, and each time you come, log in, continue where you stop. Look at what I did with my video.ai. Even videos I created months before now, they are still there. So I have probably used only 3 or 4 clips of this one. This guy, I have 10 clips with him. I've only used 2 or 3. I still have the remaining 7 waiting. So I can actually have content for almost every week. If I want to have content every week on social media, I have them available for me. And this now takes us to what I wanted to share, tools for sharing content. So you are thinking, but I want to be on multiple platforms. I want to be on Instagram. I want to be on TikTok. I want to be on YouTube, on Facebook, on LinkedIn. I don't have the time. How will I be managing all of that? That's where this guy becomes your friend. Buffer.com. What Buffer.com allows you to do is connect all your social media accounts to one place, post in one place, and it will appear on all of them at once. So you can connect. Let me see if I can open. Yeah, this is buffer.com. Yes. In fact, this is actually my Buffer account. So yes, I have my Buffer account. See what I've done for one of my companies. All my companies have different Buffer accounts. So Early Founders Labs, this is Facebook, this is LinkedIn, this is Instagram. If I want to create a new post, I simply say create post. And it asks me, I want to post it to Facebook, to LinkedIn, and to Instagram. So all I do is I type what I want to type, upload the image I want to upload, and when I press send or post, instantly it appears on the 3 platforms simultaneously. I didn't log into Facebook, I didn't log into Instagram, I didn't log into LinkedIn, but I have posts on all of them at once, at the same time. That is the power of this tool. That's what Buffer does for you. And the free account on Buffer allows you to connect 3 social media platforms. If you want to connect more than 3, you have to go to the paid version. But on the free account, you can connect 3 platforms at the same time. And you can, in fact, the sweetest part of it is not even yet here. The sweetest part is that you can schedule posts. So let me do something. This is a post about us. Okay. So I say, okay, I want to put an image. So let me just select any picture from my computer and put it where. Okay. Okay. So this is one post. I'm not going to post it. I'm just trying to use it for illustration purpose alone. So once it uploads that video, I say, okay, customize for each of my networks. This, okay, okay, so for this, okay, Instagram is saying that the posts, please include, okay, I need to include a post for all platforms. Okay, sorry, I didn't put the image for that. So once that image comes, this is what I can do. Add to queue. This is the interesting part of buffer. Look at this. I can schedule posts. If I say schedule posts, it asks me what day do I want to post it. The free account allows me to schedule up to 10 posts. What that means is that I can actually create posts today and tell it, drop one on Sunday, drop one on Monday, drop one on Wednesday, drop one on Friday. I can schedule up to 10 days of content right now, and I will travel. And every day for the next 10 days, something new is dropping on all my platforms at the same time. You will think I live online. No, I have scheduled the post and I have gone, I am doing my work. But the AI is dropping my post for me every day the way I asked it to do. So you don't need to be online every day to be making posts. You can just create your content with all of those tools, come to Buffer, schedule them for the next 5, 6, 7, 8, or 9 or 10 days, and then you move on and you're good. And then the other one, StreamYard. So right now, we are on Zoom, but we are streaming to YouTube. StreamYard is something like Zoom, but it allows us to stream to multiple platforms at the same time. So let me open StreamYard and show you what it does. StreamYard, and I actually like StreamYard, especially most of my hybrid meetings. I do them on StreamYard. The easiest way to live stream and record. It allows you to stream. So you are streaming to Facebook, you are streaming to YouTube, you are streaming to LinkedIn, all at the same time. So if we are on StreamYard right now, this event, okay, this is what it looks like. This event will be both on YouTube, it's on Facebook, it's on LinkedIn. And the good part of it, okay, this is how you add. So you just simply add the platforms you want to stream to. And when you say go live, it goes live on all those platforms. So whether it's on X or Twitter, you are streaming to all platforms simultaneously. And you can see all the comments in one place. So somebody is typing comments. Right now, we're on Zoom. People are on YouTube. If they are writing comments on YouTube, we can't see it here. But if we're using StreamYard, look at how it works. Look at the comments. Comments from Instagram, from Facebook. You can see all at the same time. So you can reply them. So in one place, you are streaming to multiple platforms and you are engaging your users on all of them. You end up reaching way more people using tools like these than using just Zoom. So Nema, the next workshop we are doing, let's go to StreamYard. We will actually reach more people. We can be on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, all at the same time, and we are engaging all people. And the good thing is it records it for us. We can come and watch the recording and look. I mean, fantastic, fantastic, fantastic tools. The truth is, these tools are endless. They are limitless. When it comes to live streaming, YouTube is better than Facebook. Most of us, we like to stream on Facebook because we want instant engagement. But YouTube is better, majorly because of something called searcher intentionality. When you stream on Facebook, it's people watch it at that instant, at that moment. But after a while, because Facebook is not search engine friendly, when someone searches for that topic or for that person, the video on Facebook may not likely come up. But the videos on YouTube, when you search for your name, all your videos on YouTube will come out. So if you are doing live stream, I prefer use tools like StreamYard, stream to both platforms, have it on Facebook for instant engagement, have it on YouTube for future engagement, and you'll be amazed at how you can actually maximize all of these platforms. So I had 1 hour to run this session. I hope I've been able to make the best use of my time. What are the implications for this? So if there are ministers in the house, ministry leaders, what this means for you is that, number one, you might need new people on your team, because I know many of you, particularly our senior fathers in the house, you are this is exciting to do, but you're thinking, can I really do these things? Can I actually come and start learning these things?
Exactly.
God is telling you that you need new people on your team. You need to open the doors for new kinds of people. They may not look like your definition of who a missionary is or who a minister should be, but they come with the skills that you need to advance the gospel. Remember the story of Elisha. When Elisha was old and this young king came to him, and the Bible says, and it says, okay, shoot the arrow. And the young king pulled the arrow, and the old prophet put his hand on the arrow. And so you had the strength of the young generation and the experience of the old generation together shooting the same arrow. So we need the Gen Z, these young people that look like they are troublesome people. All they do is social media. Let's turn that obsession with social media to something that can advance the ministry. Maybe you like to be on your phone. Don't worry, come, I'll give you work. You see that my video, go to AI, create 15 short videos from them, and we put them on social media every day. Give them work. Let them be involved in the Great Commission. That skill, that experience, that obsession, let's convert it. Instead of complaining about it, let's bring them into ministry using the skills that they have. They may not use the same methods that we use. So we did ministry, or our parents did ministry in a particular way, and we're thinking everybody coming to ministry must do ministry the same way. Methods are changing. The mission is the same, but the methods change. So the way that they will do ministry may be different. Let's bring them in and give them the tools that they need, and the tools are available. Artificial intelligence. What we just need is leadership. Give them guidance. Give them direction. The energy of the young generation and the guidance and experience of the old generation, and we can reach the nation. We can overrun the internet. We can turn over those places with the gospel of Jesus Christ. We need to get the gospel, the teachings of Jesus, into the spaces of people who are not looking for him. They will not come looking for the gospel. We will take the gospel to where they are. So that if you go on Instagram, whether you like it or yes, you must see something about Jesus, because all of us are putting content there. Short content, different content. If you like, don't follow us. Our content will go viral. You will see it. Somebody will share it. Somebody will retweet it. You must see all of those things. That is what we need to be able to advance the gospel right now. So what do? Go out there, sow seeds of the gospel online, scatter the gospel. Don't worry, engagement, nothing. Sow the seed and let us nurture disciples, so that it will be that whether we are discipling physically, or we are on a podcast, or we are on our mobile phones, we are doing the same thing. We are instruments of making sure that through all means, we are shaping culture, transforming people's thinking, making them to become duplicates and disciples of Jesus Christ. Thank you very much for your time tonight. My name is David Ogunshola, and I hope that this session has been a blessing. I'll be happy to take questions if we still have any time for that. But I trust that after tonight, you already have the tools that you need to go. You don't need any special commissioning, no lean on her. Just go this night. That video on YouTube, take it to that AI tool, put it out there, create something. By tomorrow, you have new content. My slides are going to be shared. I'm going to share it with bro Taiwo, so you can share with anybody. So if in case you want to get those links and all of those tools that we shared, you can get them back, and you can actually get to begin to use all of those things right away. Thank you very much for listening, and God bless you for being here.